Indianapolis, the racing capital of the world. Since 1909, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway has been the undisputed pinnacle of the racing world. This is the place where legends are made and hearts are broken. This is the one race everyone wants to win. For the first time in its 54-year history, the SCCA National Championship Runoffs travels to Indianapolis. With nearly 1,000 entries in 28 different classes, the Runoffs is the biggest auto race in the world. It features the best amateur drivers in the country vying for the title of national champion. One legendary track, one epic race, one shot at glory. The SCCA Runoffs starts now.
And we welcome you live to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Coverage of the 2017 SCCA National Championship Runoffs. Some bonus coverage here late on Thursday afternoon. We're going to see a qualifying event for the Spec Miata machines that have not made the top 60 on time. I'm Rick Benjamin. Dorsey Schrader is alongside. Greg Creamer will be joining the broadcast here a little bit later on as well, because we've got two of these. Last year, Dorsey, this is like sprint car racing. This is the B main for Spec Miata.
It is B main, and the biggest class, probably one of the biggest classes for sure that we have here, and we'll have to qualify to get in. Something unusual and new to the Runoffs.
Huge group of cars here, originally over 1,000 entries by the time of sign-in, and qualifying down a little bit under 1,000, but still by far the biggest SCCA National Championship Runoffs ever. Our coverage this weekend, by the way, brought to you by our friends at Mazda, and the Spec Miata is coming out. That's a big deal, of course, for the brand Mazda.
It's a huge thing for the brand Mazda, and 1,000 of these cars, like you say, are just short of 1,000 cars, and a large percentage of those are Mazdas, no doubt about it. This class is going to be a war. Now,
over the last couple of days of qualifying, including a session earlier today, we've got 60 cars in on time for the Spec Miata 19-lap, 40-minute race coming up later this weekend. We've got 26 cars scheduled to go for 12 starting spots, and it's a 15-minute race. You think that ought to be exciting?
Yeah, it'd be real exciting if you're up in the front. It'd be really testy if you're at the back trying to work your way to the front.
Now, this course that's being used here, if you've seen any other coverage from the road course at Indy this year, a little different than what we used for Trans Am and F4 and the HSR weekend. Part of this is the old F1 course.
It is part of the old. It's the original infield that F1 ran, and absolutely the first year that IMSA came here, they ran the same circuit. So it is different than what Trans Am and the more current model cars have been running on. But very testy circuit on the infield, all flat, not a lot of grip, and that's one of the challenges here.
Of course, you run that 3,700-foot front straightaway down toward the oval turn 4. And everybody I've talked to here today, we got here early this morning, so excited about racing at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Well, I mean, how could you not? It is huge for these guys to get down here and run with this huge amount of car entrant, biggest race that ever has been held in an SCCA event anywhere. So it's going to be a lot of energy, no doubt about that.
Yeah. Hayward Wagner will have our coverage on pit road later this weekend. He will be joining us here today. We wanted to kind of give you a little advance look at what we'll see starting early tomorrow morning with our coverage. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, our traditional 3 days of Runoffs coverage for you here at SCCA.com. Beautiful weather. I mean, it was smoking hot earlier in the week. It's cooled off nicely. It's about 72 degrees right now and a little bit of wind blowing.
Now, that's a good point that you brought up, because it's been in the 90s all weekend long. Everybody's been complaining about how hot it is and how greasy the racetrack is. Well, guess what? Last night a cold front came through here. It's dropped it into the 70s. This will be the first time with increased grip, I would think, for these cars. And they'll be on stickers, a lot of them. I would see quick lap times right now.
Talking to some of the entrants earlier today, they were telling me that sticker tires here, you don't, in certain classes anyway, you don't want to start on stickers. You want to scuff your tires here. You don't want to go right out on sticker tires.
Yeah, and the conditions have changed so much. When it was really hot and greasy like it has been all weekend, you know, it's a little bit different now. A set of scrub tires would be really good. You know, just 3 or 4 lap scrubs would be good on this track, I would think. You can see from the shadows out there that the track temperature will be down. It should be a lot of grip.
We'll try to give you a little bit of a look at a starting lineup here. We'll keep you posted, of course, on lap counts and who is in and who is out as we get going. William Keeling from Houston, Texas will start on the pole, the Phillips Race Prep 11 car. These are Spec Miatas now. Joe Schubert from Woodmont, Connecticut alongside in the 49, the Flat Out Motorsports machine. Starting third, Dave Tweedy from Riverside, California in the 65, the Team Tweedy Racing entry, and Charlie Campbell from Pennsylvania, the 98 lines up in fourth spot. Brian Vondran in the 157 from Youngstown, Ohio in a Kreider Racing machine starts in 5th spot. Brian Wright lines up 6th in the 100. He's from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, in a Rossini Racing entry. Jesse Singer from Miami, Florida, goes 7th in the 192. Steve Sturm from Virginia in the 90 car will start in 8th as the field cycles out onto the racetrack here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway behind the Corvette pace car. And we'll get a sense of just what we're going to see in Spec Miata here a little bit later this weekend.
Well, you know, it's going to be interesting to see who partnered up, what kind of deals have been cut with these guys. A long racetrack, you know, got a long straightaway, one of the longest straightaways that these cars will run on. So drafting is going to be a big important factor, no doubt about it. You don't want to mess with each other in the corners necessarily. The corners here, like I said before, flat, not a lot of grip, and they're long in duration. So you need a partner, and you need that partner to work with you hand in hand all the way around here to get a good lap time.
Matthew Van Verst in the 03 will start 9th from Florida. Andrew Wickline from New York State in the 45 goes 10th. John Harris from Plano, Texas in the 85. James DeFinis in the 06. He's from Pennsylvania, starting 12th. 12 will qualify, 26 scheduled to start. I was looking at the qualifying times, Doris, as we look down through here, and some of the quickest laps. Pole sitter Keeling for this one, a 2:01.941. This group pretty close together in time. You've got about second and a half from 1st through 20th.
Yeah, and on new track conditions too. You know, like I say, it's a lot cooler out than it was before. That 201 might drop. They could get some speed here today. And if I was in that back group, you know, what my mindset would be right now is to be clean and try to find a way to get a draft, get a second line draft going, and try to get an outside line, if you will, up to the straightaway.
Going to be interesting to see how these drivers approach this. Everybody trying to get some heat in those tires here. This is the backstretch on the road course at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You come out of the original twisties down the front stretch into a right-hand turn 1. There's a 2, 3, 4, 5 complex that gets you out onto the backstretch here, and then it's a left-hander into the backside of the racetrack here. Usually a great passing opportunity coming into this left-hander.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good brake zone. It's good flat square. You know, you can get the car flat on it on all fours and get the brake zone, like you say, and get a pass set up. But this corner here, you know, you have to really carry your speed off of here onto that front straightaway. Third gear, upper part of third gear for these cars, I would say.
When you come off this corner, you're on the short chute between oval turns 1 and 2, but you're only there very quickly before you dive back to the infield.
Yeah, it goes by pretty quick. You're not kidding, especially with all these cars.
As the safety car starting to give the field the instructions, the lights are out, so we should see a green this time by 15 minutes time. Should give us time for about 7 to 8 laps, somewhere in there, if we are all green. In this last chance race for Spec Miata, the entry well over 100 initially. We end up with just short of 90 cars ready to race for you here. 60 are already in the show. We'll get the final 12. You can start 72 cars maximum here at Indy on the road course in SCCA competition. So we'll set the remaining Spec Miata field with the results of this one here today. As they funnel into the last couple of corners, they'll accelerate up onto the straightaway. We'll be ready to go. The 11 car of Keeling out of Houston on pole. Joe Schubert from Connecticut alongside in the 49 car. Tweedy in the 65. Campbell in the 98. Vondran and Wright make up row number 3. Looking for our first green flag of the week here in the SCCA National Championship runoffs, and no start.
No, really sloppy start. Somebody back.
Oh, there we go. Green is out. Yeah, we're going 5 wide in there.
They're bumping already. Already some side-to-side contact back there.
Saw that yellow flag out originally, but we do get a flag, a green, and here comes the field down the front straightaway for the opening lap here. Keeling out of Houston, Texas in that red 11 car, your early leader. Yeah, there was some beating and banging back there.
It was really a sloppy start, no doubt. And watch this, turn 1, trouble already.
Couple of cars around into the grass. The 65 car in some trouble. That was Dave Tweedle out of Riverside, California. He gets pointed in the right direction. Opportunity for some of these guys, if you're starting a little deeper in the field, if you're up on the wheel here, you can make some hay in this opening lap.
Absolutely. That was a really sloppy start, and it got down to turn 1. You can see what happens when you get a sloppy start. Everybody gets down there and gets anxious. This group breaking away, this is what you want to see. 3-car breakaway. If these guys play it clean, they can just clear the rest of that field.
The 98 car on the move. That's Charlie Campbell from Corey, Pennsylvania, started 4th. Fighting for 2nd right now with the 49 of Schubert, the silver car out of Connecticut.
Cars dropping wheels off the outside, throwing a lot of dirt and debris up there on the racetrack. Good pass attempt here for 2nd place.
Schubert in the 49, able to hang on to second behind your race leader Keeling out of Houston, Texas. The 98 car, that's Campbell's machine, the purple car out of Pennsylvania. He is up to third now in one of the right-handers here. Five-car breakaway.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. Those guys working well with each other. If they can just keep from, cutting each other up.
Inside move there, trying to take fourth spot away.
Good move early, too, and he makes that.
The car's a little further back in the field on the charge, that red, white, and blue machine. That's the 192 car of the Jesse Singer machine. Out of it started in seventh spot.
Fourth place car off, 4 off right there, 192, and he takes a wild ride through the gravel.
Ryan Wright in the 100 now, right up behind the 192. We'll see if they can hook up and get back into contact with the top three. It's still Keeling out in front, Schubert and Tweedle, your top 3 cars.
Yeah, our 5-car breakaway is now coming into 3. And if you can run like 4 or 5 laps clean with a couple other guys, you should be able to get yourself clear of where you don't want to be. You hear all that tire squealing up here.
Wickline in the 45. Andrew Wickline with a big move to the inside. So tempting to try that dive bomb on a long straightaway like this.
In this turn 1, this configuration is so tight. That dive bomb can really get you in trouble.
79 car, Looney is your 12th car right now, 12th in line. Only 12 will make the race later this weekend.
He's the guy on the bubble. You can't fall back any further and make this race. So now everybody's starting to calm down a little bit.
Watching Ricky Thompson there in that yellow 93 out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Started in 17th spot, trying to work his way closer to the front. Here's the 98 running third in front of the 192. 98 of Campbell, the 192 of Singer, as they fight it out for third and fourth. Wright in the 105th, Verst is 6th, Sturm in the 90, and again it's Looney in the 79 car. There he is, that white Miata, right in front of the 188 machine.
This is like the 125 qualifiers for the Daytona 500. If you're in 14th, or in this particular case, if you're in 12th in that 79 car, you're going to be in a war zone.
Of course, we were at Daytona for these runoffs just a couple of years ago, Dorsey Schrader. As you well know, the draft is crucial here, just like it was there.
Absolutely. I mean, you're running, what is it, 3,700-foot straightaway here with, all equal cars on horsepower, so drafting's a huge factor.
Looney in the 79, the 36 car directly in front of him. That's Dave Metz out of Galion, Ohio.
Well, and he is in a war zone, just like I thought he would be. Everybody knows that position. That's the make it or break it position right there.
Top 2 have started to pull away. It's Keeling in the 11, Schubert in the 49, running 1 and 2 as the field crosses start finish. We'll get a look at the top 12 for you here.
A little car to
side
car
by
contact
side,
back there.
yeah.
I saw a little tire smoke rubbing back there. And that was for that 12th position, by the way.
LaMena in the 188 car has taken that spot, beaten and banging into turn 1. See if everybody can get through there. There's the 59 and kind of the Brumos livery there. That's Spence running in 8th position right now.
That turn 1 is really hard. You're coming off a really big straightaway. You're cutting across the grain of the banking as you turn down in there, and it's an extremely tight corner. Plus the curve, the apex curve, is pretty tall there. You don't want to hit that and bounce up in the air and lose grip.
Spence in that red, white, and blue 59, sitting in 8th spot. The 45 of Andrew Wickline is 9th. The 98 car of Campbell is your new leader now. Charlie Campbell, who started 4th out of Corey, Pennsylvania, has gotten to the front here. Singer in the 192 has moved to 2nd. Wright in the 100 is 3rd. Schubert and Keeling, who were 1-2 in the early laps, they have fallen off the pace here.
This top 3 now are looking a little bit more settled down. Nice clean lines, not sliding the cars around quite so much as they were early on. That's the other thing with these cars. If you start sliding them like that, they don't have much horsepower to recover from, and you lose speed.
Yeah, this is very much a momentum race.
Oh yeah, absolutely it is. And if everybody's throwing them around and getting sideways, you lose time.
End of the day here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Cars have been on the track for several days, and now at this time of the day, you've got a lot of rubber down, you've got dust on the track in a lot of places. Not the cleanest racetrack you'll see all weekend because of things like that.
Right, and these guys aren't doing any favors to themselves by doing that either.
Again, we're taking the top 12 into the Spec Miata Race for Honors later this weekend. Guys a little further back in the pack, deciding whether to draft or try to break the draft and make a move here.
In that 12th position right now, being held by the 188.
That's LaMena in the 188 car. 45 meantime is 9th. That's Wickline. Harms in the 85. LaMena up to 11th. And Metz in the 36 is your 12th place car right now. There's the 188, the white machine.
There's that curb I was talking about. You saw how it jumped up on 2 wheels. The
Metz in the 36.
He made it stick, though. He actually made that pass.
Metz in the 36. The car sitting in 12th spot. You get a look at some of the different lines. The 59, very tight going into that right hand with that Spence.
These corners are really wide corners, and they're pretty long in duration, so you'll see a bunch of different entry lines like you're talking about, a bunch of different approaches through the corner. Is a good example right there.
Sturm there in the 90, the silver. Oh, trouble for the 157.
He did it to himself, too. He turned himself across the bow of a car he was trying to get alongside and pass.
Brian Vondran there from Ohio, your 5th place starter. He is out of the top 12 at the moment, and that spin certainly hurts his hopes of making the feature here.
Yeah, he was trying to make up a position, ended up doing himself some harm as he rotated across the front end of the car he was trying to pass.
Matthew Van Verst from Pompano Beach, Florida there in the 03 car trying to stay in contention. He was showing in 6th last time by. We are past halfway. We put 7 minutes 40 seconds on the board in this 15-minute time last chance race for Spec Miata here in these SCCA National Championship runoffs. Up onto the banking, the short straightaway between turns 1 and 2 of the oval here at Indy. Top 6 have pulled away now, but you've got a great scramble back here for the final qualifying spots.
Yeah, those next 6 are the real meat of the sandwich, if you will. That's who's going to make it and who isn't. Right now, that 12th place is the 36 car of Metz. Of course, he got that position with the spin a lap ago.
LaMena there in the 188, shown 11th last time by. Side-by-side battle a little further back. Some of these guys back 13th, 14th, 15th, not giving up. Metz has his hands full. He's about to be passed for 12th spot there.
A lot of shuffling and positioning going on as they head down, getting ready for break for turn 1.
James DeFinis in the 06 car out of Shavertown, Pennsylvania has just taken over 12th spot. He started 12th. He has gotten himself back now into a qualifying spot. Wickline in the 45, still showing in 9th. As that battle continues to rage back there for 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, all the way back to 13th and 14th. 59 car of Spence is 7th.
Coverage of the SCCA National Championship runoffs is presented by Mazda. Driving matters.
Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed. When everything is designed around you, the driver, you can. The Mazda 3.
Every stitch is a part of me. All these shapes and designs express our devotion to craftsmanship. I want people to feel our passion when they touch it and when they drive it.
The all-new Mazda CX-5.
LaMena in 11th spot last time by. Right behind him, DeFinis in the 06 just gave up 12th position.
He's good if he just stays right there and watches his mirrors. They're fighting behind him pretty hard. And it's going to be hard to pass him if they're messing with each other like they are right now. You see side by side as they approach the brake zone up here.
Spence on the move in 7th. 93 car right behind him. Spence starting to pull away a little, rather the 90 car of Sturm. Spence in that 59 has broken not quite free of the draft, but close to it.
Got that Brumo rivalry on it, like you were talking about Brumo's colors.
DeFinis in the 06 back there in 12th position. Spec Miata Racing, always so entertaining, Dorsey. Anytime we get a chance to watch these guys, we love how they go at it. This is just a fun car to throw around, and these cars have been racing like this for a long, long time.
And this is less than half of what we'll see when the race starts, too. So with that kind of number of cars, it's going to be highly entertaining.
Working lap 5, 10 minutes down, 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this 15-minute timed event.
Those guys
Again,
bumping.
side by side for position a little further back. LeMay on the 188, advancing another spot or two here, making a solid move into the top 12.
They're doing
Up to 8th now.
Doing a mirror adjustment on that one.
Spence with the 59, that's that white machine with the red and blue striping, the 59 car, the Brumos livery, if you will, in that car. They have moved up. Spence up to 6th now. Sturm in the 90 is 7th. LeMay in the 188 is 8th. Then Verst in the 03. Harris in the 85. DeFinis in the 06. Metz in the 36 back there, holding down 12th. This is the battle for the final transfer spots for Spec Miata.
Yeah, that Metz in that 12th place car, he's going to be busy here these next few laps, no doubt about that. Everybody knows that's a make it or break it.
Just a fun way to spend a weekend racing these Spec Miata machines here. When you get to come to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, if you're a car person, a racer of any sort, this is it. I mean, this is a field of dreams for people in this sport.
These cars are a blast to drive too. They're so much fun. Come out here and get to race on Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and be out there with this many other cars of equal of equal speed. It's anybody can come out and do it. And it's just so much fun.
Campbell in the 98 continues to be your leader. He laid down a 2:01.9 last time around Indianapolis Motor Speedway's road course here, and that's just about pole qualifying time. So a lot of times you'll see qualifying times and race pace, a big gap in that. Not so much in Spec Miata here.
Now he's only half a second off the pole time for the race as it stands right now.
Campbell, Singer, Wright, Schubert, and Keeling. Your top 5. Keeling was the pole sitter. They have broken away. This is 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then you've got a couple of more cars in this gaggle coming up out of the front straightaway here at the Speedway.
Campbell's actually just a little bit faster than he was in his fastest qualifying so far over the weekend. So he's running a better time now, which doesn't surprise me with the temperature being down some.
Should have 2 laps to go this time by. Got about 2.5 minutes of racing left. Time for 1 lap and then starting what would be the final lap here. We'll see how this plays out. Great battle for position. A little brake lock up there going down into 1.
Yeah, you see a tire smoke as they get down in there. Again, you're breaking across the grain of the banking of the speedway as you turn down in there, so the car's not really flat. The tires are heavier on one side than the other. As they break that lock up again, he might have flat spotted those tires actually.
The 85 car very much in contention for a transfer spot. That's John Harris. He's from Plano, Texas. And that silver Miata, the 85 with the black tail section there.
He's working hard.
Inside, yeah.
Working real hard to try and stay there.
Battling with Verst in the 03 for position here. This should be for 9th.
Yeah, he's solid if he just stays, if he hangs tough where he's at. But that tire smoke, the last couple of corners tend to make me believe he might have flat spotted a tire, and that's going to leave him short on braking potential.
You see all the dust being kicked up there as drivers exit the right-hand corner and put the left rear over the edge onto the grass. It shows you how hard they're driving these.
Oh yeah, oh, that one got really loose back there. Somebody with a big tank slapper. It was a good save. Further back in the field, yeah, they're driving them right to the limit, and that's what's fun about. You're sliding around quite a bit in these cars. You can see it.
There's the 192. That's your 2nd place car, Singer.
Good example right there as he drops 2 wheels off across the curb and into the dirt. That just brings more dirt up for the guys behind you, and it gets slipperier as you go.
Looking for Campbell in the 98 car. I think Campbell may have had a problem here. We'll see as they come across the start-finish stripe. White flag is in the air. 1 to go here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Spec Miata last chance race. Singer in the 192 is your new leader. Campbell having a problem out on the course. He is no longer at the head of the class, so that gives another competitor an opportunity to move up. Oh, in trouble here, bro. Oh, no. They're going to split the middle here, back a little deeper in the field as they fight for the final transfer spots.
Well, that white flag woke them up, didn't it? We're going for it now. And you see that tire smoke again as we get down in turn 1. Somebody going straight on there, a little long.
Campbell in the 98 being shuffled back to third here. He's shown third this time by. So Singer's your leader in the 192, right in the 100. Campbell, Schubert, and Keeling. Spence is sixth in the 59. Then Sturm and LaMena. DeFinis, Verst, Harris, Metz, and Wickline. Andrew Wickline slipped back to 12th in the 45.
And Metz right there in the 36, the orange front end and the black back. He is the transfer spot car in 12th place right now if he can hold that position for another half a lap.
Ian Wickline back there fighting it out for the final qualifying spot. About half a lap to go here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Field up onto the backstretch. The 11 car, your fifth place machine, that's Keeling out of Houston. He was the pole sitter for this one.
Pretty good shuffle going on up front throughout this race. We've seen that. Back here, though, that looks right now, Mr. Metz, if he can just finish off this lap, he should be in good shape. He's under a little pressure, however.
Wickline right there with him in the 45. Looks like Wickline's got the 12th spot right now. We'll see what happens here when they cross timing and scoring one more time. 59 right there. That's Keeling in the red 11. Oh, and a couple of the contenders a little deeper in the field, shouldering their way by a lap car here.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Coming out onto the front straightaway. Singer, Wright, Campbell all in the fight for honors here in the last chance race. Looks like it's going to be Singer in the 192 getting the win. There's the battle for transfer spots a little further back.
Little theatrics back there. This could get ugly up here. There are three cars going for it.
Singer, Campbell, Wright, Schubert, Keeling, and Spence, your top six as they come across the stripe. Then Sturm, LaMena in the 188 to finish.
Yeah, one spun out on the last lap.
Harms in the 85, Verst in the 03, Metz in the 36, and Looney in the 79 gets the final spot unofficially. All of this subject to tech, of course, post-race. But it looks like we have our field set. Metz in the 36 scored in 12th spot. Final driver to cross in a qualifying position.
And he can finally take a deep breath after after all that.
And now look at this, the way the positions changed here. Singer in the 192, your winner. He started back in 7th spot, so a great drive by Jesse Singer to win this one.
Absolutely great drive. Moving up quite a bit. That shuffle up in the front was continuous. I mean, those guys kept racing the whole time. Never gave up.
So a terrific first race for you here in our coverage. Some bonus coverage this weekend. Our coverage of the 2017 SCCA National Championship Runoffs at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Full coverage starting bright and early tomorrow morning, about 8 or so in the AM. We'll get going with a full slate of 8 events for you tomorrow. Same thing Saturday, same thing Sunday, and we're excited about all being back here with you on the coverage at SCCA.com, presented by Mazda this weekend.
Coverage of the SCCA National Championship Runoffs is presented by Mazda. Driving matters.
Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed. When everything is designed around you, the driver, you can. The Mazda 3.
Every stitch is a part of me. All these shapes and designs express our devotion to craftsmanship. I want people to feel our passion when they touch it and when they drive it.
The all-new Mazda CX-5.